Okay, interpreting cognitive signals, reading thoughts, to facilitate direct communication with digital interfaces. Hello to all viewers of my channel. Now, I know what you're thinking. That sounds like something straight out of a sci-fi movie, right? But believe it or not, that's a very real description of where technology is actually headed.
So in today's explainer, we're going to dive deep into the tech we use to track our own bodies. I mean, think about it. Where did this all come from? How can we use it smarter, like right now? And what does the future of, well, hacking our own biology actually look like? It's going to be a fascinating ride. Let's get into it. All right, here's the game plan. We'll start with the OG brain hacks, the foundations. Then we'll get into the data on your wrist. You know, the stuff we use every day. After that, we'll talk about how to find the real signal in all that noise. Then, we'll see how AI is basically becoming the new control engine for our bodies. And finally, we'll take a little peek into our biodigital future. Should be fun.
So, first things first. To really get a grip on where we're going, you gotta understand where this all started. The whole idea of self-regulation, it's not new at all. It's actually built on two really key scientific concepts.
Okay, first up is biofeedback. And this is kind of the big, overarching idea behind everything. Just picture this. You see your heart rate displayed on a screen, and you consciously start using breathing techniques to slow it down. You're literally using data from your own body to take control of something that's normally automatic. That right there is the essence of biofeedback.
And then we get even more precise. We zoom in on the brain itself with something called neurofeedback. Think of it as a specialized type of biofeedback. It uses an EEG, you know, that thing that measures your brain waves, to show you what your brain is doing in real time. The goal? To train yourself to regulate your brain's activity, whether it's for better focus, more relaxation, or just a better mood.
So, what's the big difference here? It all comes down to what part of you is getting the feedback. Biofeedback is pretty broad. It's looking at things like your heart rate, your muscle tension, what we call the peripheral nervous system. But neurofeedback, it's laser-focused. It goes right to the source, the command center, your brain, the central nervous system.
Okay, so fast forward to today. Those same core ideas of feedback and control, well, they've been shrunk down, miniaturized, and stuck right on our bodies. And that, of course, has led to the wearables revolution we're all living in.
I mean, millions of us, I'm guessing a lot of you watching, wear these things every single day. We're tracking our steps, our sleep, our workouts, creating this non-stop flood of personal health data. And the promise, the big idea, is that all this data will help us unlock some really powerful insights into our own health. But that brings us to the big question, doesn't it? Every morning, you get that one magic number, your readiness score, your recovery score, your sleep quality score. They're super simple, easy to glance at. But are they really telling you the whole story? Or are they maybe hiding the details that actually matter?
See, to turn that mountain of data into something genuinely useful, into real wisdom, you need a framework. You need a way to separate the actual reliable signal from all the background noise. And it all boils down to one absolutely crucial distinction.
And here it is, maybe the most important thing to get from all of this, the difference between measurements and estimates. A measurement is something the sensor on your device directly captures. Think resting heart rate. It's like a specific gauge on your car's dashboard, the tachometer, the temperature gauge. It's raw, hard data. An estimate, though, that's different. That's more like a single check engine light. It's a guess, an inference, based on other pieces of data. For example, your watch can't measure your sleep stages. It doesn't have a brain scanner. It estimates them based on things like your heart rate and how much you toss and turn.
And that is exactly why those fancy, made-up scores can be so misleading. I mean, think about it. There's no objective gold standard for what a readiness score of 82 even means. A lot of times they mix your actual biology with your behavior. So you might get a bad score just because you slept an hour or less, even if your body's actual response is totally fine. Plus, if you wear two different devices, you're going to get two totally different scores. They're just oversimplifying something that's incredibly complex.
So here's the key, the real way to get value out of these things. Forget about obsessing over that one single score. Instead, focus on the raw measurements, things like your resting heart rate or your heart rate variability. You know, the actual data. That's your body's true physiological response. Then you can use your behavior. Okay, I did a hard workout or I didn't sleep well as the context to understand why those numbers are what they are.
Okay, but let's be real. Staring at raw data all day isn't exactly easy. It's a whole lot of numbers to track. So, how on earth do we make sense of it all? Well, the answer lies in what you could call an AI control engine.
Yep, artificial intelligence, AI, is the missing piece of the puzzle here. It's the engine that can take that non-stop, super complex stream of data from your wearable and basically act as your personal translator. It's the thing that can spot the hidden patterns, understand the context we just talked about, and turn it all into simple, actionable insights for you, right when you need them.
And this all leads us to a pretty cool new term, neurohacking. Now, don't worry, we're not talking about some crazy sci-fi procedure here. It's just about intentionally using your own data, powered by AI, to actively optimize how you feel and how you perform. You could really just call it the next evolution of biofeedback, but for the 21st century. So check it out. This is what this new system really looks like in practice. It's a constant loop. Step 1, your wearable captures the data. Step 2, the AI chews on that data, looking for patterns. Step 3, the AI gives you a personalized insider suggestion. And step 4, you take action. That action then changes your next set of data, and the loop starts all over again. It becomes this active, adaptive control system for your own well-being.
And believe me, this whole integration of our biology with data and AI, we're just scratching the surface. So let's look ahead a little. Let's see where this incredible convergence is taking us next, into what you might call our biodigital future.
The next wave of tech is going to make these feedback loops even more direct, even more powerful. We're talking about wearable EEG devices that can track your brain activity on the go, taking neurofeedback out of the lab and into your living room. We're seeing virtual reality being integrated to create these totally immersive training environments. And yeah, further down the road, we're talking about direct brain-computer interfaces. It's wild. And look, this isn't just some far-off, futuristic dream. It's already happening. A recent study, for example, showed just how powerful this stuff can be. Get this, over 82%, almost 83% of people saw a significant improvement in anxiety symptoms just by combining neurofeedback with HRV training. The results are already rolling in.
Which really leaves us with a big, fascinating question for the future, doesn't it? As all this tech gets more and more powerful, more woven into our daily lives, giving us advice at every turn, how do we make sure that we're the ones in control? How do we ensure we're using these as tools that empower us, not as crutches that we depend on? How do we stay in the driver's seat of our own lives?
Hey, if you found this interesting, do me a favor and subscribe to the channel and give this a like, and definitely drop your ideas for future topics in the comments below. I'd love to hear them.